I've talked about elite quarterbacks a lot. I've done topics about it. I've had Brett Coleman on the show. Brett Coleman and I talked about it. And I want to just give a definition to be very, very clear. This is how I define an elite quarterback. There are only 3 or 4 of these in the NFL. Maybe sometimes, some years there are 5. And every year it changes. You got to evaluate. It's a very fluid group of quarterbacks where these guys are the best of the best on the planet at the quarterback position. Now, one of the criteria, in my opinion, with an elite quarterback is to say that you cannot overpay an elite quarterback. And what that means is there is no amount of money you will not pay to have that guy play quarterback for your football team. Worth every penny. No matter what the amount is, as long as it's not your entire salary, you're not going to pay him $200 million. My point is it 50? Is it 40? Russell Wilson's worth it. And because that guy's good enough, he's going to elevate your team. Even if your roster isn't as good, if you have an elite quarterback on your payroll, the expectation is he's going to make it happen and make it work anyway. An elite quarterback, the best of the best. They can elevate your team with a bad roster, with a bad offensive line. When you're in a bad situation, if you're in a bad play call, that quarterback's either got to be able to change the play or extend the play and make it work. That's why you're paying him. Some quarterbacks have a bad offensive line. There are other quarterbacks in the NFL right now that have a bad offensive line and a bad coach making all kinds of crazy trades I don't understand. And they are still making the playoffs. I'm not going to say their names. I don't want to detract from the story here and the kind of criteria. But if you give an elite quarterback help, they have to win. They must win a lot. And if they don't take advantage of it, they're not an elite quarterback. They're expected to win with that help. That's why you're paying an elite quarterback that kind of money. And the word elite is exclusive on purpose. The word elite means you are the very best on the planet at your job. You can be very good and not be elite. And there's a difference. It's very finite, but it's there. Part of what makes a quarterback and the word elite, an elite quarterback, part of what makes that word elite special is that it's rare. It's rare to find one. Elite quarterbacks are not easy to find, and that is how I define an elite quarterback. You can't overpay them. They make your team work. No matter what's around them, they make the playoffs. They win. They do a great job. And when they get help, they better deliver. If you get them a good coach, a good defense, a good receiver, they got to make that happen and make it work. And if they can't, they're not elite. So that is how I define the position, the elite quarterback. Clarification. It's very different. It's special. It's exclusive. It's rare. Not everybody can be one, and it's intentional.